What's going on, beautiful people? Hello, hey, hi, it's me, Mr. 300 OG. If you are new to this channel, feel free to check out some of my other videos, like, comment, subscribe. If you're older to this channel, just want to say I love you and I appreciate you for being here. If you're older to this channel and you have not yet subscribed, but you've watched more videos than one, just subscribe. Just join the family, okay? So don't stand on the outside, just come on in and join the family, all right? Today we're going to be talking about dyno tuning and power commanders. Should you dyno tune your CB300R? Should you get a power commander, or should you do both? Alongside that, I'm going to tell you guys what inspired me to get mine done. Should you get yours done? And then I'm going to show you my numbers, and then I'm going to talk about the differences from stock to it being then modified. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. So for those of you that may not know what dyno tuning and the power commander is, I got you with definitions. According to goldstarharley.com, dyno tuning is simply making adjustment to your bike's ignition, fuel, and air supply to achieve the most possible horsepower and torque while maintaining optimal air-fuel ratio. Elite Road says that dyno tuning can also save you from costly repairs in the future. A dyno tuned engine does not have to work as hard as a vehicle that has not been dyno tuned. Additionally, dyno tuning reduces the wear and tear on the vehicle. The life of your engine is also extended. A power commander is a tuning tool to adjust fuel and, on some models, ignition timing. Just adding a power commander to a completely stock vehicle usually does not increase peak horsepower. It usually will improve drivability, throttle response, and mid-range horsepower and torque. If the vehicle has been modified in some way to increase airflow through the motor, the power commander can provide the correct amount of fuel for those modifications. This will often give an increase in overall horsepower. I decided to get a power commander and then to dyno tune my CB300R because before this, I had a Grom. And the first time I'd ever seen or even heard of a power commander was during this ride out that we had. I met up with a bunch of guys, probably like 5 guys in the Bronx, and then we all rode on a highway to the spot that the bike meetup was supposed to be. And me, I'm new to bikes, like I'm new to riding on the highway, I'm just new in general. So when I'm on the highway, like I was nervous, like these guys were just taking it normal, like it was just another day for them. They were gone, they were speeding, and me, I'm in the back like, okay, I'm trying to hang on, I'm still trying to get my shifting like down pat, you know? Not only that, I'm on the highway, so it's kind of scary being on a little Grom on the highway. And then there was one guy that was late to the pack, and I remember everybody's ahead, I'm in the back, and then all of a sudden this guy in his Grom just comes flying by me. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? That makes no sense. Like, I can understand the other guys being ahead of me because we started together, but this guy was nowhere to be seen. He was not in the meeting with us, and all of a sudden he comes shooting past me. I'm like, what? So when we get to the bike meet, I'm like, yo, bro, how did you fly past me? Like, I was going as fast as I can. Like, that makes no sense. Like, you got the same bike as me, the same year. Explain. So he opens up his lid and everything like that, and he shows me the power commander. I'm like, what? So then he explains to me that the power commander, what it does, it basically like just brings your bike to life. It starts to get the most out of it. So I took a picture of that, and I'm like, oh snap, I think I'll get this for my Grom. I never got it for my Grom, but then when I got the CB300R and I remembered about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting a power commander. So I spent the money, got the power commander, and then I had the people at New York Honda Yamaha put it in for me. And then I was thinking that everything's gonna be set. Like, I'm thinking, okay, my bike got a power commander, it's as fast as it could go, you know, it's perfect. But the mechanic told me that, yo, what you wanna do next is dyno tune it. And I'm like, huh? And he told me that basically, like, if the power commander makes the bike awake, the dyno tuning then makes the power commander awake. It's like basically working off each other and that you're getting the most out of it. So I said, all right, I'll look into it. I found a guy, he told me the price. I honestly had to lie to my girlfriend at that time. She did not want me to get anything else done to the bike. She did not want me to spend anything on the bike. The dyno tune cost me $350. I told her it cost me $150. You know how it is, guys. We gotta do what we gotta do. Girls, they don't understand, but it is what it is. So I went and then I got my whole setup done, and I haven't looked back since. So what you guys are seeing here are my numbers after my Dynotune. I'll tell you straight off, like, I'm not a numbers guy. I don't really care about the numbers, but I had a couple people ask me in the past, what are your numbers? What'd you increase in BHP? What'd you increase in torque? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know. Like, for me, I just love the fact that I could feel a difference in my bike. But I realized that the numbers were important, so I asked the guy, Tom, who did my tuning, if he could send me over the numbers. And that's actually Tom that you can see in the reflection of the picture. But for me, the most important thing now that I have these numbers is that I can see that I gained 7 HP from dyno tuning and my power commander. The stock CB300R is 30.1 HP, I think, and as you can see here, I'm at 37.9, and that's at 84.70 RPM. The 84.70, I realized that's where my bike taps out at. It seems to tap out at. Like, if I'm on a straightaway, like on a highway, and I'm just gunning it, my bike could ride at a strong and consistent 85. Like, no failures, no nothing, but I have yet to get it over 85. Before I did the Dynotune, I think the most that I got was like a 94 or 97. So I realized that with the Dynotune, with the power commander, I lost some, what's that called? Top speed, which I don't mind because, like, I'm not really going faster than 85 most of the time. Like, if I won't be doing that on the highway, my bike is a city bike, you know, so I'm totally fine with that. If you guys want to study the rest of these numbers, and if they mean something to you, you can take a screenshot and just, you know, study the numbers afterwards and then make a decision if you want to get it Dynotune. But these are my numbers. Stock horsepower is 30 and I'm at 37 at 84.70 RPM. So it's been about a year and 2 months since I've had my Dynotune done, and the changes that I've noticed, I would say that, like I said previously, I've never looked back. I've never regretted a moment that I've spent. I've never regretted the money that I spent, and that's about $500 that I put into getting it Dynotune and a power commander, and I love it. Like, the 300 is, we got to realize it's not a fast bike. And the thing about it is that even though it says 300, it's not 300. It starts with 286 cc, so we don't even have the full 300. For me, like, I wanted my bike to be as fast as possible, as efficient as possible, as lean as possible. So putting in the power commander and the Dynotune really allowed me to get somewhere close to that, you know? I noticed that my bike, if I rip it hard enough, sometimes it will pop up without even me trying to clutch it. Like, if I'm at a light and I'm trying to shoot off as fast as possible, I actually lean down because I know if I'm sitting upright and I rip it hard enough, my bike will come up. It has that much torque now that I don't even need to assist it to come up. On the highway, I have no issues. I should say the only issue is that it's still a 300. It doesn't go as fast as any other bike, but besides that, if we're still referencing it as a 300, it's faster than normal. It accelerates faster, it rides harder. Like, my bike just feels alive. It rides like how I feel. Like, I'm a very ambitious person. I want to go as fast as possible. I want to go as hard as possible. I'm daring, I'm dangerous, and my bike feels like it's able to do that. It doesn't feel like it lags. It doesn't feel like it's holding back. It feels like it's running as hard as it can, and I push my bike hard, and I'm not disappointed with it, thanks to the Dynotune and the power commander. I wish I could allow you guys to ride my bike so you could see personally, because I could tell you as much as I want, but it's like, it's different when you're on the bike and you really get to see how fast and efficient and hard it rides. Now, should you Dynotune your CB300R, or any bike for that matter? Should you Dynotune and get a power commander? I would say yes. Having mine and seeing the difference from my bike being stock to then how it is after it's had these components in it, and I'm telling you, it just feels like I have a brand new bike. Like, people ask me all the time, hey, you gonna get rid of your CB300? And I'm like, I could see myself getting a bigger bike, but I don't need to anytime soon. Like, I'm actually very happy with how the bike rides. For people who don't have a CB300R, you may have a faster bike. I don't know how your riding experience is, but just know that with a power commander and a Dynotune, there is more you can get from your bike. I don't care how many cc's you have, there is more that you can get from your bike. You can make your bike come more alive, you can make your bike faster, you can make your bike respond better. And if you love your bike like how I love my bike, that is something that I would want to have done. For my CB300R family, as I've said previously, it's only a 300. It's not as fast as it could be. It's not the fastest bike on the street, but just knowing that there is more that you can get out of your bike, I would tell you, yes, go ahead and invest that money. That's if you want to ride, like have a faster ride, a stronger ride. And as I explained from the definition, it's not only for speed, it actually improves the life and the wear and tear of your bike. So if you say, hey, I'm not really that much into speed, okay, you could actually look at it and say, I want to keep this bike for a while. I want it to last as long as possible, and I want to give it the best. By you giving it the best, you save yourself some money because you don't know what engine problems you could have later on. By modifying your bike for its max potential, you're actually prolonging your bike's life. If you want to save up, if you want to invest in it, whatever it is you want to do, my answer is yes. Get that Power Commander. Get that Dynotune. Your bike will thank you, and you will thank yourself once you're enjoying it and you feeling yourself ripping and riding through the road. So I hope this video helped you guys learn a thing or two about dyno tuning and power commanders. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me down below in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Much love, Mr. 300 OG. I'm out of here.